Done this in a while. I haven't streamed in a while. Oh yeah,
What's
this
up,
feels a
YouTube?
little
Today
bit
I'm going to be talking
a
about
little new. Let me just refresh and post the link. Some people are gonna love this. In a while. Give me a second, fellas. All right, gotta post the link. Let everybody know that I'm actually live. Oh, it's been a while. I feel great. We're gonna do a little bit of a back testing session. Just give me a second. I need to post everything. Let everyone know. We're gonna get to this stream. All right. I think we're good. Excellent connection. Perfect. So, I have not been live on YouTube for a while. And for the people that actually thought I vanished off of the planet, I have been streaming every single day my trading on Discord. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of a back testing stream. I'm doing great, Michael. How are you? I'm going to be doing a little bit of a back testing stream now. Now, I'm not expecting a lot of viewers, okay? I know. I haven't streamed in a while. This is more going to be a YouTube video. I'm just going to stream it anyways. I remember averaging about 200 viewers. Insane. But it's now on my Discord. So if you guys want to watch me live trade, then you have to go to my Discord. But I'm also going to be upping the streams in my Discord. But today is focused primarily on backtesting. I'm going to be backtesting the NQ, and I'm going to be streaming it so you guys know how to backtest and how I backtest. And you're also going to figure out, I don't know. Maybe you'll catch some insight on me backtesting. But let's get into this stream sponsored by Sierra. I'm kidding. It's a cybersecurity company. Anyways, here we go. As you can see, we are on TradeZella. This is a brand new. I literally opened up one trade for the previous YouTube video, which you can see in my channel. Now we're going to start this back test. Continue the session. Okay, so what are we going to do first? Well, I need first I want to check what the Nasdaq's doing because I'm in a paper short and it was accumulating and it's actually playing out pretty nicely. I mean, this is all closed. Markets are tanking, not looking too good. I'm going to look back at this in maybe a month and see if we did trade all the way down lower. But that's irrelevant right now. Right now in backtesting, we're going to be just trading like it's a live session so you guys can get some insight and take some notes and do all that. So, daily chart. Let's zoom out a little bit. You can see, well, let's go to the weekly, that we're in a bearish trend. We are pretty much primarily bearish. We want to see sell side being delivered. We see that we bodied past this daily fair value gap and we traded up higher, but then now we're failing it. So that kind of clearly states that this is our draw on liquidity down here. So now we're going to go to our 4 hour. And our 4 hour, you can see we have a big up close candle, then immediate rebalance and trade down and creating an amazing order block that we didn't actually touch. Okay, so now I am looking at this as a fair value gap to potentially trade to. Now, what time is it? Because I could be just doing nothing. Yeah, okay. 9:30, here we go. So back into our session, back into our analysis. I'm going to jump up a day and just double check. Okay, same thing. We traded up higher. Now we're starting to trade down lower. Go to the 4 hour chart. You can see we trade into the fair value gap almost to the top one, but we're now bodying down lower. So I'm very bearish right now. Everything's screaming sell side delivery. You can see we have a 15-minute fair value gap here. So we're going to actually jump in and do a 10-second play here. And you can see price action is wicking. Nothing really too crazy is happening. We have some sell side delivery down there, but that's not my target. My target is still that low all the way down there, but my intraday target could be there, right? could be a partial, but I'm anticipating price action to either trade up into here into the 15-minute or respect this 1 minute SIBI. Now I'm going to switch it down to 1 second. And you can see that we're kind of respecting it. I want to see a body. Okay. Boom. That's why you wait for your candle body. That's why waiting for a candle body is so important. I'm going to put on my headphones. And we're going to listen to some music while we're doing this. Because I want to backtest and I want to listen to some music while we're doing it. I mean, oh, I can't. YouTube. Oh, dude, I totally forgot that I can't listen to music while backtesting. It's totally fine. Anyways, we're gonna go back to it. So you can see that we're bodying up higher. What time is it? 9:33. So we're still earlier on into the session. We're looking at this 15-minute to go trade us up into there. Now it's actually trading down lower. Let's see. 5-minute, nothing. 1 minute, again, no clear reaction. So we're going to up it to 10 seconds. And you can see we're displacing lower now. There's an order block there. Trades into the order block. Now I'm anticipating that price action can continue down lower. And fair value gap now will give me a nice entry because we traded up higher. We broke structure. We have an order block there. So a nice little fair value gap here will. Okay, I'm going to measure this out. My trade. My stop at this high. Now that's 60 contracts, which is not contracts, but 60 lots, which is relatively high of a stop loss. So I don't even need that because we have an order block. I can put it to the bodies. Now, what am I going to be doing? So I'm going to be journaling in my session notes. So far, we have price action disrespecting a daily BC, showing signs of trading lower to take higher time frame sell side liquidity. I'm using a M15 SIBI to base my short. Now what do I mean by that? I'm using this N15 SIBI up here that we traded to. Oh, that we didn't even trade to. I'm not using that. Never mind. I guess I'm just using the 4-hour. I'm using the H4 SIBI to base my short. Ideally, I want another higher time frame / intermediate time frame PD array, but I don't have that. So I may cut risk. Now this is a 100K account, so let's just say I'm risking $1,000 per trade. I'm gonna cut risk to not 50% because it's still a decent trade, decent draw on liquidity, but to $750 instead of $1,000. I discounted on the VIPs. There was a discount, but I'm thinking of doing another discount coming up. Honestly, you just gotta ask me. If you guys want a discount, I'll do a discount. I'm not some company that's like, nope, no discount till a holiday or something. But I'm sure I can do a discount coming up. I might do a discount on the weekend. I might start one today. Who knows? There was a discount last week for 20% off lifetime. So I believe I might do that again. But there's a lot of things coming into VIP. A lot of new type of trading, type of insight, streams, everything. So stay tuned for that. But looking at price action, I ideally want to see it respect this. Now I need to get my phone out and calculate it 43. So we're going to do 750 divided by 43 divided by 2. That would be 8.7. Always round lower. So 8 contracts. Just passed the challenge. Nice. Congratulations, my man. Let's see if we can get... Bro. Hold on. I'm getting a call. Anyways, let's see if we can get a fill on this fair value gap. We're trading to it. We just touch it. We traded into it. Yes, we did. Any body would give me an entry now. So ideally, I want to see it trade up higher, but if I start seeing it trade lower, okay, there. Now that we officially traded into it, if we trade back down here, I'm going to take the trade. Okay, I'm going to sell. Oh, 8 contracts. Sell. So we have a body, respect, trades up, starts trading lower, respects consequent encroachment. I'm going to drag my stop loss to these body highs. 772. Okay, $20 off. That's okay. Still cut risk. And now I'm also going to be dragging my my take profit as well down here for 2,100. So over a little bit over 2RR. 2RR technically if it was full risk. Now I'll be trading with you for a payout. Hey, hopefully it works out, my man. I am paper trading for a little bit. But not for a little bit until FOMC. But you can see we have a nice reaction here. I'm going to take a picture of this before. Right? So we're going to screenshot this and go into trade notes. Right here, short. Here's the entry. What time does it trade into it? 9:38. Nothing too valid. Here is our entry. You can see I waited for price to respect the Ferrega with a body close, and CE got respected by the wick. Starts trading lower right away, so I'm liking this trade. But since I don't have a higher intermediate time frame PD array and just the H4, I cut risk by 25%. Great reaction. We have now taken data lows. Now that we have taken data lows, I'm going to be dragging my stop loss to a point where we shouldn't go. Okay, so I'm going to draw that out, and then I'm going to journal that. Take another screenshot. Data lows has been taken. I'm not taking a partial yet, but dragging my stop loss. I want to see price continue down lower. Zahid, it's 12 a.m. here. Go to sleep then. Why are you watching my stream, brother? We're just doing a little bit of back testing. See how much I care. I know you care so much about me. I love our relationship. I'll see you one day, brother. But so far this trade's looking good. I'm just gonna click play. So it's like the real markets, you know. Ow. Clean reaction so far. It's 9:39 p.m. Damn, you guys are some ballers, man. You guys are watching my stream late at night. It's 4:39 p.m. for me. Okay, we need to start journaling. Asian lows have officially been taken, so I'm going to take my first partial, very light partial of 2. Buy. Drag my stop loss to break even. Break even has been dragged. Drag out a tool here to let me know that it is a partial. Okay. One of the most important things in trading is getting to the stage where you take a little bit of a partial to guarantee a little bit of profits, drag to break even, then it's a free trade. You don't always need to hold your stop loss in the negatives for the whole trade. When do I usually start taking partials? When sell-side delivery has been taken. For example, data lows is a point where price can reverse. But if I'm not in a big enough profit, there's no point of taking partials. So I'm not taking partials. But what I will do is I'll drag my stop loss. Now, Asian lows is another point where price can reverse after taking. When we traded it, I am now in a big enough position to where I can take a partial. But so I'll take a little bit of a partial. Oh, I thought I only had 2 contracts left. And then I'll drag my stop loss to break even to guarantee a winning trade no matter what. And profit. Yeah. Bro, all capitals. What's up, Zahid? I'm using not the coolest water bottle ever, bro. It's so cool. It has like a wooden cap. One thing about working in the corporate world is when you go to events every day, you just get so much free stuff. I have like thousands of pens and notebooks and hats and socks and clips and pins and whatever, bro. It's just free, you know. It's great. But back to the back testing. Took Asian lows, taking a small partial to take risk off the table and drag to break even. Winning day no matter what. Use $250 partial, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, let's go back to this trade. I came back and heard I'll meet you. I said that we're probably going to meet each other at some point. Maybe I should start scamming like Dodgy and get enough money so I can go fly there. I'm kidding. I would never do that. Buy my inversion fair value gap indicator. Yeah, so the trade's looking great so far. So what I'm paying attention to right now is that price action is staying heavy. We don't even have an up close candle in this rally. My trade has been dragged to break even. There's no reason for me to be worried. I've taken a partial. Everything's good. The sky is blue. I'm chilling. I'm going to speed it up a little bit just because I'm a little bored. So there's no really key point to take positions off until sell side. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sit back. I'm going to up the speed because I want to get into our next trade. And relax. Now, when you get to this point, what you can do to guarantee a little bit more profits is just drag your stop loss just a little bit. You know, extra $200 never is going to hurt anybody. We go up there, then we're not winning this trade. And we just sit and we react and we wait. You see 5 minutes trading into the Abyssy. See how my stop loss is respecting the first presented 5-minute fair value gap, so I should be fine. And we got stopped out. I would have got hit breaking even too. And if I didn't drag break even, I would have probably lost my trade. Yeah. So what happens here? I was wrong on direction. And that happens a lot. But out of this trade, what happened? I still profited off of it. So I'm going to show that sometimes we don't always go to that delivery. And sometimes we were just accumulating, manipulating, and distributing in the daily range. And I'm going to show this and put it here and say, trade ended up not going to my draw, but even though I was wrong, I still capitalized on my trade, and now I'm done for the day. That's proper risk management. There's our first one. What do you say? You want an Arab wife? No. I don't want an Arab wife, bro. Those girls are crazy. When you do, I'll beat you up. He says the guy who thinks you don't bend your knees in boxing. Okay, buddy. Well, you wobble and fall off balance because you're boxing. I'm kidding. Anyways, next trade. We're gonna do another one. Boom, let's see what happens anyways. What happened? Oh, I traded all the way back up and then took my drawn liquidity. So I actually did ending up having the right drawn liquidity. I'm going to put that into my session notes. Later in the day, I ended up actually being right about the daily draw. Just not the trade. Still made money. Still made money. All right, next. We're gonna get rid of this. The only X I need is extra money. What do you mean crazy? Okay, depends on where you look, because if you can't go to Dubai and look for a wife. Dog. All I heard is that Arab wives will fucking kill you. Will literally throw flip-flops at you. The wife I need is a nice Italian. A nice Italian blonde. Not blonde. Brunette. I'm kidding. Okay, depend. What do you mean created? Damn, man. Oh, I already read those. Anyways, back to our next. You can see we took the trade. We actually, whoa, what the fuck? Look at that. Look at that gap. That's not accurate, right? Wow. That it is accurate. So what happens in days like this where we have a massive gap and we instantly close it? We traded up higher. Our target is moving lower, but I'm not too sure on our target because we took that now. I don't know if we're going to go down lower. We had a huge range already in the day, right? Like open traded up so much higher. London traded down lower. What are we going to do? All right, got to go to sleep. Good night, brother. Oh, what are we going to do? Well, let's do a little bit of analysis here. Trade up higher, order block. Then trades back down lower, looking at target lower lows. But guess what? It's a Monday. Crazy new week opening gap. Crazy delivery. Big news already. What am I going to do? Ring, 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 ring. The bells are ringing. Skip. Just like that. Just like that, guys. Look at what we missed out on. The shittiest price action. And I'm telling you that listen to your rules. When you see a big move, when you see a big gap, when it's a Monday and it's not looking too clean, you just took the draw on liquidity, you don't know what's going to happen next. Listen to your rules and don't be greedy and don't trade. Look at what we missed out on. I'm telling you, every single time you feel like it's going to be bad price action, it's probably going to be bad price action. So get off the charts. Imagine she's in the live just listening. Zahid, bro. You're funny. So now what's happening? We took sell side liquidity here. We traded up higher. Now our target is actually flipping. My bias is flipping. We have a new week. Go to the weekly chart. You can see that our potential higher time frame draw on the weekly is this high up here. So for now, this daily is right here is what I'm looking at, Thursday, which is a pretty obvious high. So going into Thursday, you can see we trade lower, the 4 hours expanding, and I'm anticipating low resistance liquidity run. Now, if we don't get that, there's an hourly fair value gap that we can get. 15-minute, all chop, crazy wick. So we got our manipulation already, right? I've never have a feeling it's going to be bread price action. Brain always tells me it could go right around the corner and good to get a trade. That's the thing, though. That's not good. That's not good to have, because that's your brain trying to trick you and compromise you into getting onto the charts to get the dopamine feeling. It's just like gambling. When you're like, I probably shouldn't gamble today, I'm running low on money. No, but what if you win? See? You know what I mean? When you see, I probably shouldn't trade, it's not looking too clean as it usually does, get off. Listen to yourself. Get off of the charts. So, Crazy Wick at 8:30. I'm guessing this is CPI. For all due respect, I thought you said you'll never charge for live streams or content. Just asking. I never said that. I said I'll never charge for a mentorship, and I don't run one. I also, you want to know what I do to live stream, Malik? I have to cancel out 2 hours of pay at work because I have a full-time job. So I'm not going to be losing out on about, I can't even do math right now, on about like $120 every single day just to stream, realistically. And I know, I miss my YouTube live streams too, but people got bills to pay, you know? People got bills to pay. Anyways, 8:30, guessing this is CPI. Wix, we got our manipulation already. I'm anticipating that we just continue straight up higher, right? But look at this ugly ass price action. But we're breaking out of this range now. Not looking too much on the 1 minute as of right now because there's really nothing. The price action is super messy, but we're finally breaking out of this range here. I'm anticipating low resistance liquidity run here. Now we have our first presented fair value gap. What time is it? It's 9:38, 9:39, so 9:40 could trade into it. On the 15 minute, we took some highs. We're close. We're not really close to our draw on liquidity. So I'm going to go back down to the 1 minute and anticipate price action is going to trade here. Now, before I look for a trade, I'm going to draw out and go into the session notes and put this screenshot here. By the looks of it, this daily profile is LRLR, and we will probably be catching along in a premium for IO Fed. How much do you advise to risk per trade on a 50K funded account? 250 per trade, 300 max. So what I like to do is I like to trade $300 no matter what on the day. So my full risk trade will be 200, or you could say 350 actually. My full risk trade will be $250, and if I lose that, I'll do $100 on my next trade. If I lose that, I'm off for the day. Anyways, anticipating that we're going to use high, we're going to be logging in a premium because we have that. Now, looking at this fair value gap, I'm going to switch it down to the 2 second because we could quickly wick into that. We also have this fair value gap here as well. So what am I doing in this scenario, right? It's not a reversal trade. It's a continuation trade. We're in a premium. We took buy side liquidity. Half risk. Half risk. Okay. Let's up it to 1 second here. Nice body. Okay, I'm going to pause here. I am going to take this long position. Now, where is my stop loss going to be? Right here. I'm not anticipating we go back lower again. I'm anticipating we continue up higher right from there. Where's my take profit? Right here. 4-hour trade. All right, so stop loss 20. Let's get our calculator. So we're going to do 500, so half risk, divided by 20, divided by 2. That's 12.5, rounded always down. 12. Okay. I'm going to give it 1 more second, and we're going to buy. I shouldn't have. That made me lose a little bit of money. If I, well, not lose, but, well, actually, yeah, because if I win, it might make me lose. Could have made more, but it's all good. There's 594, so we're actually a little bit over leveraged just because of that by $100, which is, it's still fine for me. But you can anticipate that my stop loss is now not down here anymore. Because we already racked off this fair value gap, it's now at the low because we shouldn't go back down there. So now I'm anticipating price action to make higher highs here. I want to see it trade above. I don't want to see any bearishness. I'm going to add my trade notes first. LR, IO, Fed. So you see in my institutional overflow entry drill, in my trading in this stream, that I take a bunch of different types of setups, a reversal, a macro setup, IO Fed, because when you get to the stage where you know so much about trading, it's not the type of trading that matters. It's how you manage your risk and your losses, right? Like, I'm a good enough trader to understand what to do. So now I'm going to trade whenever I see an opportunity. Waiting for this displacement. Trades being a little bit slow here. What's alpha institutional order flow entry drill? I'm gonna stay up at the 10 seconds because this is shiz. Getting boring. Okay, this is really important here. See that? See that trade? See how it trades up, wicks, and then trades lower? See how it trades into this fair value gap? It's consolidating. It's not really doing anything. What am I going to do in this scenario? What am I going to do? You can see that we took buy side liquidity, so it is that point where it could possibly reverse. And IO Fed is trying to predict when price action is going to be LR. So I'm going to draw this out. Trade is taking longer than normal. We wick above a high and close lower. I'm going to cut risk again. Don't want to risk too much here. Not good entry anymore. So it's all about adapting. It's all about adapting to trading. So because of this, I'm going to half it. Bloop. I actually made $20. I made $20. Nice. But now my trade is halved. My trade is halved. Now I could still win this trade. It's up to the 1 minute. But because I had that reaction, boom, I saved myself from half of my loss. Ended up losing, but saved myself from half of my loss from adapting to market conditions. Good risk management. So you can, when in IO Fed, when price action does not rip up higher right away, it's an indication that it's not IO Fed, which means if it's not IO Fed and you're longing in a premium, you're longing in a premium. You're not doing IO Fed. So adapt to it. This is what happens. Took a loss, but that loss is not, it's not bad. Okay, look at this trade history. 1,000, 422, 264. So my wins generally are better than my losses, which is what I like to see. Now, I'm not going to get off the charts yet because I opened myself to 2. Now that was a quarter risk, so I can still open myself up for a little more, anticipating that I may flip bias because of that, because we took buy side liquidity. We have a gap down there. You can see the 4 hour, right? Maybe we go back down to news high data or news lows, right? You can see we trade up higher. There's a 4 hour or a 1 hour BPR here. I need a little bit more confirmation that we are going to continue down lower, and we're not going to just do that, right? You can see there's that this fair value gap that it's reacting to. By the looks of it, looks like it wants to continue up higher. Oh. For me, this is not looking like great price action. Low, high, lower, low, higher, higher. Market structure shift. Higher time frame PD ray. Fair value gap. Boom. 5 minute. Right? Look at that. Boom. Respects constitutional encroachment. Check. Here's another one. This is a trade that I like to risk too. But I'm half risking. Just going to put it up here for now. Okay, 25.75. So I'm going to be 500 divided by 25.75. 19.4. So always round lower. 19. Now, we're going to go to 2 seconds because we could get a little bit of a wick here. Boom. I like that reaction right away. Instantly goes up. I'm going to wait 1 more second. I'm going to take this trade. So now I'm actually going to adapt to it. See? Let's see what our R is here. It's 2.75. I think I actually might keep that as my RR because there's a little volume bounce on there. I'll keep the wick there. So 33.5. So I'm adapting 500 divided by 33.5 divided by 2, and that's actually 7 contracts. Wow, that completely changed the trade. Really? 500 divided by 23 divided by 2. 10 contracts. No, I definitely calculated that wrong then. So 7.9. That's 7.9. I'll round that up to 10. I mean 8. So 8 contracts here. We're going to take a buy. Stop loss 544, so $44 off, which is perfectly fine with me. We're gonna take profit and drag it up here for a $1,400 win. If we do win, now I'm going to highlight this a little bit more because it's not dark enough. Get into a new one. Taking a new long again, this time after we traded to a M5 fair value gap and broke structure back up. No, I can't. I'm not going back to ICT. What do you mean? Why saucy? Okay, so here's the last trade of the day. No last trade of the day, no matter what. So this is a system. Okay? This is a system. Remember, you're trading a system, not your emotions. So now we're gonna go up to we'll go to the 10-second. Okay, interesting. So now I'm going to adapt my stop loss to this low because we traded above and we actually haven't broken that high, but I'm going to keep it just a little bit below. Dragging my stop loss. Price action is taking a little while. Okay. What do I do now? We're at the break-even stage. What am I doing? Look at this trade. What's happening here? Let's go to the 5-minute. We got to make a decision here. Am I gonna get in on this trade? Am I gonna risk it? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna get off. Cancel at risk. Accept a $32 loss. Close that break even. Close trade at break even. Didn't like it. Okay, let's see what would have happened. This is why we backtest. This is why we backtest. To learn from things like this. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Would have taken ages. Would have taken ages. Bear with me 1 second. Bro. I'm fine with taking a break even here, to be honest. I'm gonna journal it though, but this is why we do this in our backtesting sessions, to know when and why to do it. Trade ended up winning, but to me it was clear that it was low profit. I already had a loss on the day, didn't want to keep it going to move forward. It's okay. Don't let it affect your next trade. Skip. What happens? Oh, we take delivery, we trade lower, and now we're ripping down lower, huh? So you can see price action is trading up, takes buy side, trades down lower, wicks, but it's very choppy right now, and price action is a little bit messy. Now, what do we have here? Relative equal lows. I think what matters is our daily buys right now, because I hate how this executions have labels. Is there a way I can turn that off? This is ugly. There we go. Okay. It's better. Cutting risk. Would you not just cut risk on it? You can, but it depends, right? Like for me, I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I didn't like how we consolidated. I didn't like how we attempted to move higher. We failed. We trade lower. We attempted to move higher again. Like, I think it's okay to just accept a break even. You know, it's better than a loss. So sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just close. It's rare, but it happens. And in that scenario, I did it, and it did end up winning, but I didn't know that. So for me, that's gambling. We have this down here that we could potentially be targeting, and this is a nice little new day opening gap. Bias ideally is bearish. We want to target these data lows here, but we are trading away right now at 9:30. So let's see what the next minute does here. Nothing really. It's 9:31. You can see we're trading up higher with engineered liquidity down here. I want to anticipate a fair value gap, break a structure to the downside. You can see we're trading up higher into a 1 hour SIBI and an inverted BPR down there. But what I'm looking for right now is price action to clean up from this and go for sell side. Okay, right here, boom. What is this? We trade up higher into that 1 hour. We're gapping. Our first displacement below a low has a fair value gap. Fair value gap's respected. I'm going to wait a second, see if we start trading lower. I'm going to take it. Short right here. Boom. 22. Take profit. This low right here, 5 RR. 22.25. 22.25. Okay, so I'm going to be risking 1,000 on this trade. Divided by 22.25. We've yet to have a win today. Well, my first win originally was from my previous video, and I wasn't risking 1,000 per trade. So, okay, and then no, whoops, time. $22 contracts. Okay, just a little bit under, which is perfectly fine. $5,000 take profit. So we tried trading lower right away, reacting off of that fair value gap. I want to see a nice body here. Don't want to see that. I'm going to put the 2 seconds here. That's nice. A nice body below these lows will... Ooh. I clicked too fast. I was literally mid-sentence to saying a nice body below these lows would let me drag my stop loss here. So I would have got stopped out at half risk, but it looks like I'm probably getting stopped out at full risk because I clicked the fucking fast forward button too far. But for me in this trade, when I see price action body below a low like this, I would drag my stop loss to trade that trade into the fair value gap and trade it away. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to journal that. Now, this is why we backtest. Let me go to my journal. I was going to drag my stop loss, but this proved me otherwise. Maybe I don't drag that prematurely. I hate, but my keyboard's too fast. It's a gaming keyboard. I can never type properly. So maybe I'll just leave my stop loss with that reaction. See what happens here. See, this is the importance of backtesting. This is why if you don't backtest, you're not going to be a profitable trader, because you don't want to figure this out on a live market. You want to figure out these things that like, oh, wait, maybe I shouldn't have dragged my stop loss when you're backtesting. Okay, get stopped out. And we revert up higher. Let's see what would have happened. Yeah. Ended up losing the trade. Shitty day. Ended up losing the trade. Shitty day, but that's okay. It rhymes. Ended up losing the trade day, but that's okay. Stuck to my system and onto the next. So about these days of backtesting, it's all about testing, right? Back testing. It's all about figuring out things that you aren't comfortable enough to do onto the live markets. That's why you do it here. And that's why I'm doing it right now, and I'm streaming it so you guys can figure out how to actually backtest. And it's so important to do as a trader. You should be doing it almost every single day. You get a chance to do it. Anyways. So you can see we're trading up higher, trade down lower, moving up higher. I'm anticipating a bullish day. We still have this is our draw on liquidity. Don't need the 12 hour. You can see we took sell side liquidity down there. We go to the 4 hour, or the 1 hour. You can see we're in that fair value gap still. So the sell side liquidity does look pretty much primed to be taken. So maybe I want to anticipate a little bit of a trade lower before we trade back up higher. You can see we traded up all the way to a premium of it. And now we're trading down lower. You can also see that we're disrespecting it. We have an inversion here. But this is not a new day, and I'm done trading this day. So let's just see what happens. Yeah. Disrespects it. Let's go to New York session next. So you can see we're actually going towards our target, but we didn't do it. So we're trading away from it. So price action is now in this 4 hour fair value gap, which I'm anticipating that we then turn back up higher and take this target. So I'm bullish. Again, holding a bullish bias here, but I want to see a break in trend. So I'm not going to be doing anything until I see a break in this high here. There we go. There's a little break. We'll switch it to a 10-second here. You see 5-minute order block is being reacted. So we have a little bit of proof that we can turn up higher. First presented fair value gap is something that I would have liked. We're in the 950 macro. Okay, here it is. Here's the trade that I'm going to be probably taking. We have a long. This is the first fair value gap that displaces above these highs. You can see we trade into that fair value gap. We consolidate, we break structure, trade out of it, we gap. There's an order block down there, which will also be inside of my stop loss. This trade is looking very beautiful. I'm full risking this 3.5R. So 25.25 again, 25.25. So that would be 1,000 divided by 25. 0.25 divided by 2, that would be 19.8. I will round that up to 20. Okay, let's go to the 2-second here. Breakaway. That's a shame. Maybe not. Might get a fill here, might not. Let's go to the 5-minute. It's been a little while. There's a 5-minute fair value gap here now too as well. Consequent correction is right at my fill. Very interesting how we're holding it, waiting for that 5-minute. I'm not even paying attention to anything. Okay, here, boom. You now see that we're in that 5-minute. So if we start trading above, I'm going to be expanding this trade into a 5-minute trade where I'm going to be measuring it just a little bit down below. So I'll lower a contract to 19. But we're actually in that 1-minute fair value gap now. It's all about reading price action. Does it want to respect it? I'm not in this trade yet. Does it want to respect? If it closes up here, I'm going to take it. No sign of respect so far. So since we traded all the way down there, I'm going to jump up to the 5-minute because we can potentially get a nice reaction on the body close because there's an order block here. But it looks like we're probably not. Maybe. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Actually, I'm going to wait on that to get disrespected. Yeah, see? I'm breaking that high and I'm going to take the long. But so far, it doesn't look like it wants to respect this 5-minute. You can see 5-minute bodies and it's inverted. Nice inversion fair value gap there. But so far, what time is it? It's 10:10. Macro's over. Trades in the inversion. Potentially could be trading lower. I don't want to go for shorts. I want to go for longs, but this reaction I don't really like. We can check the 15-minute choppy price action. I think I'm going to stay out of it. I'm going to stay out of this. Skip. See what happened. Interesting. So it actually did end up ripping up completely higher. So my bias was actually right. And it did react off this order block. So if I probably would have waited for the trade, I probably would have won it and won a lot. But it's something to learn. Look, we brought you above it. Fair value gap, boom, that delivers us. This is backtesting. This is where you want to lose. Somebody that flexes a good win rate in a backtesting session is stupid. Because who cares? It's when you risk. You put the risk on the table. But I have a backtesting video already, so I recommend checking that out. But I think I'm going to wrap it up on this. It's been about an hour of backtesting. My mom came home. I'm going to go visit her, and I'm going to do a few things and then create some short videos and a new YouTube video for you guys. I just thought I wanted to get on the stream and do some backtesting. I got about 5 trades in, so that's about a week of data, which you think about is pretty good. So, fellas, I'm going to see you guys in the next stream. I'll see you guys on Sunday in my Discord for the free study stream. So if you're not in it, if you're not VIP, you can still watch it. You just need to join the free side and you can watch the stream on Sunday. I have a lot under my sleeve for VIP. I bet also code Ben for 80% off all Apex evaluations. If you want to buy an Apex challenge, make sure you use code BEN, all capitals. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to jump off. I'll be live on YouTube a little bit more often, but take care, fellas. It was nice being back.